Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So I'm going to be doing my decoration today, and from what you can see to my left, I'm going to be using stuff from the Vanskap collection. I've done this a couple of times before, but let's face it, it's probably the best collection Kikki.k brought out this year, so I'm quite happy to use it one more time. I'm just going to take out this week in my planner and then put that off to the side for a minute. Right, no, I was right the first time. So I'm going to start off with a piece of paper out of the Notepad. So this is just, I just got it out first so you guys didn't have to see me flicking through like I normally do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these kittens out, but I'm going to cut them out a little bit carefully because I want to use the extra dots sort of along the side. You'll see what I mean in a minute, but it's not quite wide enough to cover the whole sheet, like whole bottom of the planner page. So I'm going to grab my trimmer first and cut out at the bottom of the cats with a straight line. I'm just going to leave that off to the side for now, and I'm just going to cut these out really quickly and I'll be right back. Alright, so the kittens are now cut out. So there's the little kittens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these into just slightly thinner strips, which is going to be a bit complicated, but I'm going to do my best. Just so I can make it look like these have all come off one page, even though they haven't. So I'm just lining this up so that I get this reasonably straight, but with at least two. Might have to use some sticky tape. So I'm just going to use some sticky tape just to hold this in the spot that I want it. It's the only downside with this trimmer is that sometimes it's a bit complicated to get things to sit where you want them to. So I'm just going to really gently stick that down, and gently so that I don't damage the paper. So I'm just going to cut two little strips with this. And I can actually reuse that piece of tape, so that works really well. Go. So I'm going to stick these little strips down first. So you put one there and one, maybe not. Might not line up quite as nicely as I thought they were going to. I know what I want to do, it's just not quite working the way I want to do it. So what I'm going to do instead, so I'm just going to run that on the bottom just as it is, and then I'm just going to cut some dots out and kind of continue it on afterwards. So I'm going to stick this down and I'll be back in 1 second. Rightio, now that that one's stuck down, I'm just going to grab one of these little strips and just kind of cut off a little bit and stick it down to sort of continue it on, so it's not quite so obvious that it hasn't reached the whole edge of the page. Here we go. And then when that's stuck down, I'm just going to trim off the excess to make it all sit flat. And there we go. So as I said, it's not perfect by any stretch. You can definitely see those lines, but I think that looks better than just leaving it sitting there. And I definitely wanted the little spots on the bottom. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the sticker book, and I'm going to grab some of these larger bits of bunting. I love these. I think they're gorgeous. I never thought I'd love bunting stickers as much as I do, but I do. These ones are gorgeous. So I'm just grabbing a couple of the bits from here. Then I'm just going to stick these along the top of this page. I'm working with the whole left hand side first, and then I'll move over to the right hand side. So I'm sticking the grey one in the middle, and then the pinks, and then the blues. And I'm just going to make it in a sort of little semicircle, or wide semicircle, and then I'll join them up with pen in just a sec. Then I'm just going to grab just a grey pen, and I'm just going to sort of make it look like there's string holding these together. Not being particularly careful, but just joining them together. That one's obviously not going to have any because it's already sitting on the side. So then on the other side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a piece of paper out of the Paper Lovers book. So I'm just grabbing this gorgeous one here with the trees. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this sort of down the left hand side, right hand side. I suck at lefts and rights. There you go, you guys just found out my weakness. I'm kind of trying to decide if I want to do, actually I don't think I will do it that way. I think I'll do it horizontally, just because I think it'll look a bit jarring if I've got horizontal here and then suddenly move to vertical here. So I'm going to grab my trimmer again. I'm just going to cut down the side, like down the really obvious page break there. I want it to sit just there, which means it's going to sit off, which is okay. So I'm going to stick that down first so I can trim it up properly, and I'll be right back. Okay, so as I was deciding to cut that, I actually changed my mind and thought I'd cut the bottom off instead of the top. So that's what I've done, and I'm just going to stick it down now. Yeah, so that's what that looks like once it's stuck down. I think that looks better than it would have if I did it the other way. So just while I was doing that, I actually ran out of glue tape, so I'm really quickly gonna take that out. Just if you guys have never seen me do this before, this is how easy it is to refill them. That's why I love these ones more than the Bostik ones, because they are replaceable. So with the ones on the bottom, I'm just going to really quickly rub this out so that I can kind of measure these as I do them. I'm just going to cut out another line of these trees, but rather than cutting them or sticking them down like I did with the other one, I'm actually going to cut them out one by one and kind of stick them down that way. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these out, and I'll be back in 2 seconds. Rightio, so there are all my little trees all cut out. So I'm just going to grab my Xyron sticker maker, and I'm just going to run these all through here. It's just going to be much easier to stick them down this way, so I'm going to run them through, and I'll be back in 1 sec. So I'm just going to stick these along the bottom here, just sort of randomly placed any particular order I want to. I mean, sort of random ways, like so they're not going to be all sitting up perfectly straight. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be back in just one sec. There we go. I'm going to leave it just like that. I get that I've taken a lot of the weekend up, which I usually avoid doing, but this particular weekend we're going away anyway, so I can try and squish this all in together. But what I feel like I need to do now is I need to bring in a couple of these trees on the other side, so thankfully I have a couple left over. And I'm just going to stick them randomly down just to bring in some of this green. And I'm just going to jump into that sticker book because I need to bring some pink in on this side. So I'm just going to grab some stickers if I can find the ones I want. I might actually put this tag on. I know what I was looking for. I knew there was something. I'm going to put that in the corner anyway. No, I'm not going to put it in the corner. Might actually have that just sort of on a piece of string hanging in there. Grab some stickers out of this Paper Lovers book. I've got these stamp stickers and I never use them, so I'm going to use some now. So I'm just going to grab a couple of pink ones and grey ones. Oops. Just try and avoid anything with green. Oops, that was a bit silly. That one there, that one there, and then just another one over this side just to tie them together. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to write in all the details that I have to write in, plus put my little stickers in. So I'm going to do that and I'll be back in one sec. So that is almost everything. Like I said, I want to make this like a little hanging tag this week. So I've just grabbed some of the ribbon that not came with this collection but kind of match it. I'm just grabbing the end of it, which I stuck down with sticky tape so that it didn't fray. I'm just going to grab a little bit of this. Probably about that much, and then I'll just stick it down with that tape that I used before. Go. So I'm going to, hopefully, if this will fit, actually, I'm just going to punch a slightly bigger hole in that, just so it actually fits through. I'm just going to thread this through this, and then double it over in just a twist knot. Not quite sure what they're called, but I think I did that the wrong way. I did. So try that again. Sometimes I wish I had fingernails. If anyone has any tips on how to not bite your fingernails, let me know what they are. Other than putting crap on them, because that never works. I've tried that hundreds of times. So I'm just pulling that through reasonably tightly. It kind of looks like a tie. I don't want to pull too hard though because I don't want to break it. And then I'm just going to hang that. You'll see when I put it back in my planner properly. I'm just going to hang that off the edge. I just think for an extra little bit this week it's nice to use something that, oh that's better, something that you don't normally use. So a bit of ribbon is definitely not something I normally use. So I'm going to leave it just like that. I know I've used the Vanskap range a lot, but I really love it. It's seriously one of my favorites, and I love coming up with different ways to use it. So let me know what you guys think of this particular way of doing it, just for something different. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. As you guys would have seen late last week, I did hit 1,000 subscribers, so I have to say a big thank you to you all for your constant love and support. It means so much to me. I will be doing a giveaway at some point. The plan was to give you guys away another planner when I hit 1,000. It's just unfortunate that it's kind of hit when I'm doing all these giveaways for Festive Fridays anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to that planner, give you guys a chance to win some more Christmas stuff, and I'll hold on to that planner till early in the new year, and I'll just do it at some random moment that you guys don't expect it. So it'll be rather exciting when that does happen. If you do want to send me a message of any kind, you can find me on all my social medias, or you can of course leave me a comment down below. Hope you guys have an awesome week, and I will see you on Wednesday. See you later. Bye.